In this market update, we are going to discuss how is fear impacting your local economy. If you'd like to learn more about that, continue listening. Welcome to the Red to Black podcast with your hosts, Werner and Mario. And today we're discussing what is fear doing to the markets and what can we learn from it. Mario, go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, Werner. So whether or not there's an actual shutdown, it's the fear that has the greatest impact. People stay at home, and that consumption is permanent loss in the economy. You don't go out. If you've skipped 5 Friday dinners, you don't go out and buy 5 dinners the Friday you do go out. Same if you've skipped going out to nightclubs or bars, every Friday night for 6 months, you don't. The Friday you do go out, you don't order 6 months worth of beverages. You'll also see that restaurants are transitioning to takeout, which is it's turning their businesses into a commodity business where they're the one thing they can sell at a high margin, their alcohol sales or their beverage sales, they're not selling. People very rarely are going to take away a beverage when they're doing takeout or delivery. Also, the outdoor space. I ate at a high-end sushi restaurant in La Jolla, California yesterday. Himitsu, Himitsu sushi, great sushi in La Jolla, California. However, I was sitting in a parking lot. It's all outdoor seating. You couldn't go in and sit in a really nice Japanese sushi restaurant. You had to sit in the parking lot, and I have cars backing up within 3 feet of my chair. I have a city bus dropping people off, passengers off, right next to the parking lot. When that gentleman set up that restaurant, he wasn't thinking, well, geez, I can create this great ambiance out in the parking lot. And he's forced to sit everybody in the parking lot. It didn't create a space and an environment where I wanted to sit there and consume. I just wanted to eat my meal and leave.
Yeah, so fear is massively shifting business models. It's shifting how people are shopping, how people are buying. It's just shifting all our consumer behaviors. And to give my own personal example, today in Los Angeles, I went to get a haircut, and I had been to this place once before, and it was an old lady from Iran, really nice couple. And I asked her before I started the haircut, I said, what is business like? She said, oh, wow, it's terrible. And I remember last time I asked her the same question because I love to ask business owners how their business is doing because it gives me a market gauge. That's something that would be very valuable for all our listeners, is to always ask each business how they're doing. And what she said was the last time is that, it's okay. It's like hit or miss. So it went from hit or miss to terrible. That tells me that the economy is shifting. And I asked her why. She said, well, all my customers are fearful from coming out and coming to get a haircut. So what's happening now is, she said, customers are having hairdressers or barbers come to their house to do it. Well, here's the challenge. If you're an older lady or older gentleman like this couple were, and you have a lease on a space, it doesn't do you any good to go to another spot and give a haircut when you're missing out on revenue and paying down your space. Now, I guess you could go and make money on it and then pay for your commercial space, but then that's like, you completely shifted the business model. So you shifted the business model from, in a physical retail space to now this mobile operation. And that's more of, these older people, you could tell they didn't want to move a lot. They didn't want to be mobile. They didn't have the energy for that. So now because of fear, you've shifted business models. It's like what you were saying, Mario, because of fear, you've shifted from inside a restaurant to outside. The inside was designed from the beginning to be this beautiful spot. And now you're on an outside spot that was designed for vehicles with fuel and oil leaking and fumes and smell. So you're like, well, wait a second. I'm inside eating sushi, but now I'm outside on a parking lot that wasn't designed for that. It completely blows up the business model.
Yeah, if you can compare and contrast that to a storage facility like Oracle, a digital or a physical public storage, they're not suffering the same mental switching costs transitioning people out into the parking lot. People are simply running the servers. They're providing a service. They're providing security. They're providing a brand. They're providing a wonderful experience, Oracle specifically, to their consumers. And those companies are not switching. They're not looking to go down the street or to move across the state line to save a few dollars each month. they're sticking with that business. They're happy with the service. There's not a lot of mental switching costs to go, you know what, I just simply don't want to eat sushi in the sunshine in La Jolla, California in a parking lot. I'm just gonna stay at home. I'll just cook some nice pasta.